Hi, my name's Heath and I'm from Outcomes Fitness, and today I want to talk to you about Pilates exercise. It's a really common question that I get: what is Pilates? Pilates has quite a long history, but it's probably really only recently come onto the scene, maybe say the last 10 to 15 years. The difference with Pilates is that there's a set of principles to follow with the exercise. So it's not a random set of exercises. It follows the principles of breathing, alignment, stability, flow, centering, concentration, control, and precision. Now we'll go through those in a lot more detail in our next video, but today I just want to give you an idea of the background of Pilates. So the main thing that we'll really focus on here with Pilates is core stability. And when we think of core stability, we're thinking of through the abdominal and pelvic region. There's other parts of the body that need stability as well, and in other common areas through the scapular region. But basically these are some hinge points through your body where a lot of the weight and muscle activation come from these areas, so from the core and through the scapular region. So the whole idea behind it is if we're able to stabilise and strengthen the muscles around the pelvis and the scapular region, then we have better alignment and better control. And the number one reason for this is for protection of your spine, and so safe movement, but also what we call biomechanical efficiency as well. And the whole principle behind that really is that if you're in a stable position to work from, then you're just using the muscles that create the movement and not using muscles that aren't created for the movement. So I'll give you a bit of an example for this one. Just say we're going for a side arm lift. Now to create that arm lift, you'll be thinking about using the deltoid muscle in through the shoulder. Now if we're nice and stable through the scapular region and we've got the correct strength and balance through that area, then we will just use the deltoid to create the lift. But for some people, you may be carrying tension, say in your upper trapezius, or you may have a little bit of unbalance where the shoulder rolls forward. And so when you go into a side arm lift, you may recruit your upper trapezius to lift. So that's an example of where if there is poor alignment, or we don't have the stability or the control through a region, that you can use the incorrect muscles to create the movement. So that just sort of gives you a little bit of a background of Pilates in terms of the principles behind it. In terms of the exercises that we go through, quite a lot of the exercises are done in a lying posture. So I'll give you an example, which is a fairly common one, is say an abdominal curl. If we interlace your fingers behind your neck and your elbows out to the side, we'll lift your head and shoulders off the mat, and then it's just a small curl of the ribs in towards the hips. Now if we're thinking about those principles we talked about before, we're just looking at focusing on using the abdominal muscles to create the movement. So the ribs just gently drawing in towards the hips. We're nice and relaxed through the shoulders, nice and relaxed through the legs. And we use the breath to integrate with the movement. So it's a breath out to curl, and a breath in to lower. Breath out to curl, breath in to lower. Now one of the other elements is flow as well, so we're looking for a nice smooth movement, and the movement is done under control as well. So that's just an example of a really common Pilates exercise and some of the elements that we use for that. As I said, there's more detail in terms of the principles on our next video, but hopefully that's answered a few of the questions for you in terms of what Pilates is. And if you ever want to give it a try, we have our studio in Coburg North, and we offer a free trial session. But if you'd like more information, you can check out our YouTube channel, Outcomes Fitness, or our website, outcomesfitness.com.au. Thanks for watching.